Jiggy Jaguar experience. Here is Jiggy Jaguar.
Back here live on the Jiggy Jaguar experience, twitching on the Twitch. Here in about 30 minutes, we will do a action-packed brand new edition of Around with Porn Stars. Misty Rain will be our guest during that. You know, for shits and giggles, let's do this. Let's do this. We are gonna go to the apparently the state of Seattle. We are gonna go. It is, of course, the Sunday radio show, and of course, during the Sunday radio show, we like to have a little bit of fun. What's Osborne, Kansas doing? Why are they calling us on a Sunday? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to call up. We haven't checked in with her in, well, at least on this broadcast, we haven't checked in with her in several years. But we are going to call up we're going to call up our little friend from Seattle, and we are going to see if we can get her on the horn here and see if we can get an update on the tree people, or being the Kool-Aid, or whatever it is. So let's see if we can pull something off here. And I believe we might have Leena live from the homeless colony in Seattle. What's going on, my friend? You
got me online.
We figured you know, our radio listeners have not gotten an update in a while from what you've been up to. So how did you end up back in Seattle? I thought you were in Colorado Springs getting money.
Well, USAA Bank's got that stuff on lock. You know, you gotta be secure in the United States. So. Okay,
so take me through this. The last thing that I knew was that you had jumped into a military-like vehicle and was headed to Colorado Springs. So,
oh gosh. So the love of humanity in America is just wonderful. They picked me and this big old snow bear dog up in this 2.5 ton and took us nearly to where we needed to go. Thank God. You know, we were praying. It was hot. We're not used to that heat there in the Midwest. And luckily we did get rain. But, yeah, so we get to the bank. We met some other nice people that were very, very welcoming and loving, and welcomed us even to get rest in their home. That was nice. Because, you know, sweating and being out on the ground level, I don't know. Most people don't know what it's like, but it's hard and it's hot. And just to feel normal, you know, to take a shower and rest and feel like, okay, I can close my eyes for a minute.
Okay. So what happened? What happened when you got to the bank? What happened here?
You know, it's a big, beautiful building, but it's so. You ever bite in? You know, you get those Easter bunnies. I'm gonna go with the bunny thing, ready?
Yes.
You get those Easter bunnies in your basket, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, look how much chocolate I got!" But you bite into it, and it's hollow. Like you hear the bats and that, you know, all the. So you get ushered to. You prove who you are. Obviously, that was my main purpose.
Yes.
And then you get ushered to a quiet room. And then you have to go back through the same process of calling dun 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 deep in the heart of Texas online ramifications again. And So you get that unlocked, and then there's still legal mumbo jumbo,
Okay.
which, yeah, I'm working on that. So, but all of that's going to have to be done online unless somebody wants to support me to go to the East Coast because, we're home, and even though it doesn't have four walls, it's where our heart is, and that's where home is, right? So
Okay, so you have to now figure out a way to get to Texas. Is that where you're needing to go?
No, I got to go to the East Coast, or I just got to get a lawyer. Any lawyers? I think I contacted the one my father was using, which when he comes in the office on Monday, hopefully I'll get that call saying, yeah, it's me, and I've been looking for you.
Okay.
But right now we are setting in beautiful Nisqually, and did I ever tell you about the river? God, the Nisqually River is just gorgeous. We didn't stop there because it's kind of rainy today, and when I woke up I was cold. But resources and stuff like that. Just they can say, oh yeah, there's all these resources. Well, it's if you're on the ground and you're throwing these resources, that's a bunch of how can I say, baloney. That's
okay.
The word.
So
nice
what I'm trying to figure out here is that okay, you got to the USAA Bank, Colorado Springs.
Yep.
You gave them all your paperwork. You gave them all the information. You proved who you were.
Well, and you figure when when you're getting life insurance, right? No matter who it's through.
Yes.
And then they say, okay, you're gonna, when you die, somebody's gonna get $100,000, or it's gonna go to the state, right, or go to wherever.
Yeah.
Unless you name somebody. And if you name somebody, Jesus, it's Sunday, any given Sunday, right? Calm down, Leena. On Sunday, because I love God, you'd figure it would be evident if they named you and your ID matches.
Yes.
Even if you've been married and your last name changes, everything else matches up. Then bingo, that's an open winner chicken dinner. No, you still, I don't know what they're saying, but they're just like, oh, you gotta, have this, that. Okay, so the will, I'm not going to carry the will around in my back pocket. You can't even laminate your Social Security card, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just like pick and pull. If you get a receipt, bud, they need to put it on plastic. Because if they give you a paper receipt, like you go in the store and you get a receipt for your groceries, and it rains, because it rains heavy here, it's going to get wet. Nobody's going to be able to read that.
Okay.
No, you know what I mean? So you need something laminated or in plastic, like what goes in the landfill, and you're going to see it. Like, when you bag poop when your dog poops, and you go and you pick it up, and then it goes to the landfill? The good friend told me, when we're all gone, and they look at that fossilized dog poo-poo, they're going to think dogs were gods. Because that's the only thing going to be preserved in plastic.
Yeah.
So, am I supposed to carry my father's will, which I'm not wanting him to die tomorrow, around in my back pocket in a laminated thing that's going to be there forever, never, never?
Okay,
no, I didn't do that. And besides, my car's been stolen, whatever.
So they basically needed the will to be able to...
Well, yeah, they're saying the will, but I'm like, if my name is on there, open that up. He named me, and we're this far, and you guys had me locked down because it's connected. Anyway, and I even had what was laminated, and they don't make these anymore, because my mother saved it. The very last one before my father retired, I had, all the military people know what I'm talking about, the old school ones, the Manila military ID.
Okay.
That had, I'm property of United States government issued, when my dad got his initiation. So,
Yeah.
It's got his social, his name and rank on there, and it's got a picture of me with my social under it. stamped and sealed by the federal government of the United States of America, that should, that's like, hello, Hail Mary, even though it's not valid. That's me.
Okay.
All the numbers match up.
Okay.
So I don't get why that's not unlocking, But no, then they're like, oh, well, you need a... So now it's like, okay, now I got to either get my dad's lawyer that he used. And keep in mind, he was on the East Coast, in Kentucky, which, hey, whoop, whoop, I still got family there. Kentucky's all good. I mean, my dad was in a dry county, but, he's military, so we can talk about that. But the whole thing is... they really do have it locked down, and this whole thing is having me frustrated where I was pissed off at him and everything, but for a reason, he's this guy out now online in this little room, and they're taking me through these steps, and they're like, well, okay, but can you upload the will? So I'm like, I slam my phone down on the table, and I holler at, she's like a cashier out front, like I'm going to say gatekeeper, because there's like these bulletproof doors that you have to go in, and there's a security guard, all this. So anyway, I say, hey, come here for a minute, and I'm like frustrated. I'm like, okay, so now she's not going to, I said, now they're telling me they're not going to unlock my dad's. And so what is the deal? Do they let somebody get it? She's like, no, if they're still at this step, and I'm like, okay, so then they can't tell me who reported my dad's death. I said, I did, you ding-dongs. I did, because I saw it on there. I said, are they trying to keep the money? It's not really that much. What's the deal? She said, no, if they're still trying to do this, they just need, other than I'm already proven who I am, because now I'm established as a member of USAA again. Now they need, the proof of who was supposed to get what, so I did find something else, and I forgot to tell you. Other than, the life insurance, which they locked all that down, and that's now called, it's in an estate.
Okay.
So you can't really see what he has.
Okay.
So now it's somebody legally has to say, knock, knock, she's been proving, we have this further proof. Again, they want, death certificate, which my dad was in, he was from Kentucky. Yeah, technically, if you look at the obit, it's like Kentucky, but he was a VA, so he died in the VA hospital, which is not in Kentucky, it's in Tennessee. Hello.
Okay.
But I already had contacted the hospital on that, so it's a matter of Monday or whatever. And are you going to move up here or somewhere closer?
I'm not going anywhere near. I'm not going anywhere near any of that. But I did want to know. I did. A
long time ago, you said you were going to come towards like Wyoming or something.
That's right.
Let me tell you, Idaho
right.
is a desert. That is the longest state.
So now that we've gotten the Colorado Springs thing figured out, and it's going to be a bunch of nonsense and all these things, how did you get?
It is. I suppose they do it for whatever, but it's still.
Well, what I want to know is how did you get from Colorado back to Seattle, and why did you decide to go back to Seattle?
Well, I mean, I'm not technically in Seattle yet. I saw it a little while ago, but I am in a rent-a-car due to prying crayons sitting in the heat. Yet again, because some nice people, they were trying to help, and they were like, well, here's, this is a mission. And they're like, you go in there, and they'll give you a caseworker, and they'll help you get a ticket. So I'm going to listen. I knew this wasn't the case, because none of this was set up. Not the whole COVID stuff, nothing. None of this stuff that they tell you, these resources, here, none of that is set up properly. That's why you have people lingering on the street, because it's all right, do this, but you're going to have to sit and wait.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to wait 20 days. I'm not living here. I'm not homeless. This is not, no. So, why can't you just talk to somebody like a human and say, look, this is where I'm at, this is what's happened, further me that way. So I went in, and they told me, no, it would be like, I'd have to check in, it'd be like 20 days before I got a caseworker, and then I could tell them, do I want housing or what's the deal? I'm not going to wait 20 days. It's like, hurry up and hold your breath. No.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're still in Colorado?
The highway entrance, and I sat there with a sign and my thumb.
Okay, so somebody picked you up.
Yes, this wonderful human picked me up. Of course, I'm not going to lie. I'm not that cute, James. You know that.
Yeah.
But my dog is beautiful and full of love. And even though he walked and I walked and we got fluids and then we went and sat back down and we prayed and we said, come on, somebody's going to stop and give us at least a ride to the next north station, stop.
Yeah.
And, but this beautiful human stopped and gave us a ride. And, she said, well, first of all, she brought me money out. And I said, no, I don't want, I'm not like sitting here to get money. That's what a lot of people, they don't even read what's on your sign.
Yeah.
They just, either they're going to help and they want to just throw something at you or, so, but really if they want to listen.
Yeah.
They'll, I told her, I said, well, really, we want to ride out of here because this is where we're trying to get to, and this is where we don't want to be because it's going to get dark soon. We sat here from by the time we got to the mission and walked away, it was like 10:30 in the morning till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I'm burnt, James.
Yeah.
I don't like the sun. I'm scared of skin cancer. So anyway, she went ahead and she said, I don't have air conditioner. I said, that's fine as long as we're going and our feet aren't,
Yeah.
hitting the ground. And so we get in the car and she's like, well, what do you want? I said, there's no bus stations. There's stops and this and that. Everything basically anymore is done online. So, really everything, even with the banking, it's all online. That's why and I'm not tech savvy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm starting school with that. But anyway, I said, look, we just, want to get home. I want to check on my youngest, and he's, whatever. He's a grown youngest person. So I already tried. I gave him an option. Whatever. I'm still doing me. I'm going that way.
Okay, so how?
Oh well.
So my question is, how did you?
She got us a rent-a-car. Sorry.
She got you a rent-a-car.
Yeah, she said. I said, well, honestly, as much as it's going to cost for a rent-a-car, maybe you want to just buy me a used one if you're going that route. She said, you want me to buy you a car? I said, well, not really. I don't want you to buy me a car, but I'm just saying, So we went to a couple local. She's like, there's a rent-a-car place right up here. So we get on the highway, we drive to this rental place, and they're like, no, we only do in-town stuff. I'm like, okay, we're racking our brain here, and she's willing to help me. I'm like, I don't have a credit card. And she's like, don't worry, I'll put it on mine, whatever. And I'm like, well, we're going to have to go to the airport, and it's going to be airport to airport. So, that's where my destination is now, is to get to the airport to drop this off because, it's not due yet, but I'm going to be early dropping it off. So,
okay.
But yeah, crazy enough, that's what she did. And I didn't pray for that, but it's so much nicer. We didn't have to wait or change buses or trains or any of that. And
okay. So now that you've got this, what is next? Are you headed to Seattle, or where are you going?
I have 2 stops to make left on my way to Seattle to drop off the car. But now I'm like, okay, so where are we gonna be? And because I did have a PO box, but I need to get that reestablished or something. You can't rely on this general mail stuff either. They're like, oh, you can, go to any post office door. No, you can't. I don't know where the heck my mail's been going, but I ain't been getting it because when I was on foot prior to leaving, I didn't get nothing, And, like, if the bank wanted to mail me something or whatever, if they can't do it online through my email, which we all know how many emails have I had, James? You know what I'm saying? It's redundant. You have to have somewhere where you can go and pick up, and then that, again, is more proof of who you are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's ridiculous. But like I was saying about, people will give you a list. Oh, here's some resources. Some on there, yes, to get something like, if you don't know to call 911, you know what I mean, to get to an ambulance or something, something's wrong. But, like, what about emergency food or emergency, maybe you need emergency financial for gas. If you can't hold a sign or walk up to another human being, even though half of them are going to be like, blah, blah, blah. Still, if you're heartfelt and you tell them this is what I'm needing, don't give me money, just put it in the tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll do it.
Yeah.
If it's on their heart, they'll do it.
So you're on your way back to Seattle, and then what is the next steps to get this money from USA Bank?
Well, I'm hopefully going to hear back from my father's attorney that he used.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Monday, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow morning.
Yes, tomorrow was
when
Monday.
he gets in the office, and here's my email. Hang on, I got to open the door for the dog. We just got in the car, and now it's getting hot. It does get hot here. So, yeah, hopefully hear from him, and then he can just get that straightened out. If not, then I have to hire him or another one and get it that route. So, but other than that, right now I'm just looking for, a more permanent spot for us to be, so I can go deliver the car and then come back to the spot.
Okay.
But we got really good sleep. Kind of slept in a little bit late. I didn't. Thank goodness for security people, because they woke me up at 9 and like, you're not really supposed to be parked here. But I was like, I'm under the light. It was safe. So.
Okay. So some woman rented you a car.
Yeah.
For you.
And I gotta find her number, Jesus, so I can call her and tell her like I'm here, and I'm like hours within turning the car in.
Okay. So you're gonna do. You're going to turn the car in. You're then gonna go. You're gonna get on a plane and go to Seattle. Is that?
No, I'm turning the car in Seattle at the airport.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take the Sounder back to where I want to be, where I was born in Pierce County. Woo! Tacoma. I mean, because it's closer to home, which I say home is Yelm. I love Yelm. I mean, I didn't grow up there, but, like, that's home.
Okay. And then you basically just have to wait on this attorney to give you a call and say, hey, we'll take your case. Is that pretty much what's going on?
Yeah, or if it's my dad's attorney, he'll just say, hey, I've been looking for you. Let's unlock this and get you what you need.
Okay.
And I'll be like, yay.
Fantastic.
So that's all I'm waiting for. But I also remembered, and I did get a hold of, I don't know if I really should say this online, but I remember when my dad gave me my, the direct power of attorney papers while he was living, he also stipulated on there, hey, such and such bank. I couldn't remember which one, so I had to go through a list of them. But I have a safety security box.
Okay.
And so, so I found that, so now I got to deal with them on Monday too. And what they want me to have to send them to prove I am whatever, so I can get that box opened and it sent to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just figured we had some people that were asking us on the radio show some updates, so I figured I would give you a call and just see how you were doing.
That is so awesome.
I'm glad
I'll call you later or text you, but thanks for calling.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here. We're safe.
Back in Seattle. Gonna go hang out with the tree people and all that other stuff.
I think we're just, gonna find us, more secure, solid situations and just look at other stuff other than the legality stuff that we have to do. I'm like, what else do we want to do while we're here?
Yeah,
it's still summer. Yeah, we're going to have fun, but we also got to focus on, I start school in September.
Where are you going to go to school at?
Online. Hopefully, I applied and believe I was accepted to go online to Arizona State.
It's a whole nother world. So keep us updated on your education, and hopefully you get that money, and hopefully that attorney gives you a call.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Leena, have yourself a wonderful day. I got to move on. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Appreciate it. There she goes. That's good old Leena from the. Apparently, she's going to school now. Amazing.